Good evening. Welcome to Unwind Friday. It's your girl, Lissa Black, bringing you the heat with a little street.
And it's your girl, Marie Lewis, certified life and health coach, bringing you tools you can use. And we are Sisters Enterprise. Hey, guys, we missed you. We had a busy couple of weeks, you guys. Look what I'm doing right now. I got to bring my camera down. I'm actually doing some self-care for one of my sisters. I just gave her a deluxe facial so that for after a long, busy week, it's so important to have a deluxe facial. And don't mind me, I do have on my favorite jogging suit. This is my run errands jogging suit on a cold day.
Yeah, we could not miss another week, guys. No. We have been gone. Like she said, we have been busy. But tonight, guys, the hearts and stuff around the banner, of course, as you know, Valentine's Day just passed. We are still in the spirit of love, y'all. And speaking on love, we would like to talk about tonight people being real and people being rude. There is absolutely a difference. And even if you love that person, you need to understand that there is a difference between being real and being real rude. Because some people starting to act like as if, oh, I'm real, so I can say whatever I want to say. And I can insult you. Guys, we want to put a stop to that. This is kind of some of those boundaries that we need to set. Because some people, they feel like they can say anything they want to say to you. But if you say something back, now you're the problem. Because they was just being real. So let's talk about being real and being rude. When somebody is being real, they're not trying to be malicious. They're not trying to tear you down. They're not saying it in a derogatory way. They're literally telling you something that's a fact. Being real is to talk about facts, right? Real facts. But to be rude is if they're being condescending, if they're trying to be derogatory, if they're being negative, and they're trying to say something that they know are going to hurt you. So that is the difference between being real and being rude. We have had the displeasure of experiencing this a lot. So I am gonna move around. She multitasking. Y'all want to bring y'all a little something like one time we was making drinks and we want to be able to play games and have guests and different things to bring you guys a little flavor. And so again, like I said, we had the displeasure of having people who thought they were being real and it was supposed to be a real person, as they say, but they say the other term. I'm just not trying to say it. But and it was just being nasty and it was being rude. But the minute you would say something bad, then you were a problem. And now, oh, they must have already had a problem with me. No, you were being rude and it was time to check that because we have let you slide a lot of times. And a lot of times we are like, people are non-confrontational, people are passive, but sometimes you can't be passive. You got to be like, you rude. I don't like that.
Melissa. Oh, yeah, I got a new glass. Like, I love glass. That's why I know I got glass. So this one is Drink in Love. I am drinking a semi-sweet red wine from Traverse City. So it's just called Traverse City Sweet Red.
And I'm drinking my classic. I kind of went back today to my classic, which is my winter white, guys. So that's what's in my glass. And this little one just say, "Be my wine." So we got our little love glasses, got our little love banner, y'all. Like I said, we still in the spirit of love. What did y'all do for Valentine's Day? Was it real or was it rude? No.
Was it real or was it rude?
Was it real or was it rude? Did he show up? Was he there? Did he look out for you, sis?
So yeah, like Melissa was saying, you guys, there is a misconception between being real and being rude. You can be real and honest with somebody without being rude. So, because I see it all the time when people talk to people any kind of way, it's like, I'm real. You real rude. Because I can be honest with you and real with you without insulting you. I can be honest and real with you without hurting your feelings. Of course, anytime somebody is being real with you, it is going to be uncomfortable. But you can be real with somebody without being rude. And it's so many people who I say, oh, they got mad at me because I was being real. I was real. No, you was being rude. It's a difference between being rudeness has no empathy in it.
Mm-hmm.
Being real consists of having empathy for somebody, because when you're being real with somebody and you're being real out of love because you love them, you don't want to hurt them.
And you don't want to put them on blast. Like rude is they want to say it in front of everybody. They want to put you on front. They want to make you feel less than.
Mhm.
But when you're being real, I'm gonna pull you gonna pull that person to the side. If something is wrong, you're gonna say, hey, I know it's this. Or do a little gesture. Coming in over right there. You know, it's being real. Being real is to be helpful, to state facts. But if you're being rude,
And being real sometimes is like having a hard conversation with somebody, but out of love, but not being there. Oh yeah, I'll let her know this because I'm real. I'm real. No, that's not what being real is. So, guys, I want you to know that when you're being real with somebody, it does not consist of you being nasty to them.
and even if it's a fact, you can still be nasty with a fact. So I just want to clarify that too, because some people think like, well, it was true. Even if it was true, if it was from a genuine place, you would say it differently. You would approach the situation very differently. If it was from a place of I want to help you, I love you, I care about you, or this might hurt you, then it would not be brought on like, oh girl, you shouldn't mess with him. And or you know what I'm saying? You would say like, hey, I just want to talk to you about this situation. I see this, and that, and that's being real and doing it out of a genuine place. Your Marie Claire slid on out of here. So yeah, so but I just want to say like be careful because we got so many people that infiltrate your circles, that people that you are kin to, people that you are friends with who claim that they are real, but genuinely they don't have a lot of realness and love for you if their outcome or their goal is to hurt you in the midst of. Because so many times they'll use that, oh, I'm just being real with you, I'm trying to help you. If you're trying to help me, then help me, but don't do it from a place of I'm gonna tell you in front of 50 people. I'm gonna wait till we around a group of friends, and now I'm gonna tell you in front of them because I'm being real. When you had ample opportunities to say something to me in private, or you can text me or call me or whatever it is. So definitely be able to differentiate between the two because being real and being rude is very different. You could be rude and real, but it's still a difference if you care because you know that. So that's very
being genuinely being real with somebody is caring. Even if it's helping somebody coming out of a denial place in their life, because sometimes people hate to face the truth, and if you're not real with them, like you tripping right now, but it can still be done in a loving manner where it's not offensive to this person, where it doesn't make them put up a protective guard, where it doesn't make them feel attacked. So especially in the African American community, not even only in the African American, but in the Black and Brown community, being real to people, they think it's being rude to somebody, being nasty. I told them how it is because I'm real. No, you are not real. You're rude.
Exactly. You can be real and you can be polite.
Yes.
Like, you don't have to come from a negative perspective when you're being real.
Absolutely.
And some of us been guilty of it, saying, so the thing is not to be judgmental, but it's to say, you know what, I get it. You can be real and you can be polite. You can be real and you can be genuinely helpful and handle something in a different way. Because you standing in front of everybody or you want people to know you don't care what you say and all this other stuff. That doesn't make you real. It makes you rude. It makes people want to draw away from you. Honestly, it's going to come back around on you in a negative way because people are going to start realizing, nah, that person ain't really trying to help me because she only waits or he waits till I'm around somebody, or he try to put me on front when I'm feeling good or I'm feeling cute versus,
or this person always just being nasty to me, being rude. So a lot of people lose people and they feel like, oh, they don't like me because I'm real. I'm real. No, they don't like you because you're rude. You're not real. You're rude. Because like I said, like I mentioned, realness includes empathy for the person. So say if Melissa put on an outfit that wasn't fitting to her body, or even me put on an outfit that wasn't fitting to my body or didn't look good, I can tell her in a way that won't be offensive to her. I can be like, yes, that right there ain't bringing out the best of you. I don't really like the way it looks on you and things like that. But if I, oh girl, you know that outfit was ugly for you, put it on, girl. I'm just being real.
Right, it's gonna be a problem. Because in any situation, the minute somebody is offended, everything else you say from that point does not matter. It's automatically guards are up, the defense is up. I'm not trying to hear you. You just offended me. And that's the only thing that's replaying in your mind. Once you offend me, nothing else you can say past that because I don't hear nothing else. I only heard when you offended me, and now it's a problem for me. And most times, when people, it's other real people out there. So if you're going to be nasty, well, and when you get that back, well, you got to understand that was a response, that was a reaction, action, reaction. So if you got to be responsible for the consequences. You're responsible for what you say. You got to take on the consequences of what you said as well, because everybody's not going to be passive. Everybody's not going to bite their tongue to say your feelings, because I found that we did that a lot in a situation where we would just kind of like shut down in the sense because we didn't want to be hurt. We didn't want to react and hurt person's feelings or make them feel a certain kind of way, because when we react, we react. Especially me, I'm like, I've grown a lot and worked on myself. I'm either like, it's really not a lot of gray. I'm black or I'm white. I'm quiet or I'm going on. And if it's a certain situation. So I had to really grow from that or work on that, because it's still time where I'm like, hold on.
I feel like that I do have gray area, but I can't be black and white in certain areas. When it comes to nonsense, I'm black and white, but I am mostly gray because I'm an empathetic person. So I like to see things from a positive view, even if a person is being negative. But one thing that I just wanted to bring up, because I see it all the time on Facebook and I see it all the time around friends and other things. People like, oh yeah, don't nobody want to be my friend. Oh, Mugs cut me off because I'm too real. I'm too real. That's not true, because people like honest people, but they don't like rude, disrespectful people. I want to be around somebody that's honest and that's real, but not rude, with their nose turned up, being negative and rude.
Everything is negative. But
negative and rude does not equal to being real.
It does not.
It just does not.
Because you can be polite and you can be real. Like, and people still like you, people still want to be around you, because like people are genuinely drawn to me because I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not gonna try to offend you. I'm not gonna try to down you. If something wrong, I'm be like, hey, I'm gonna pull you to the side. I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna do a little gesture to let you know if something wrong, and we gonna keep moving. And they gonna know I really was genuinely trying to help. I really came from a genuine place. I'm not gonna be like, oh girl, your hair messed up. Oh girl, your wig showing, your whatever it is.
How many of you guys comment what you're unwinding with this Friday? I have my red wine in my drink in love and cup that I got, a new cup. I love cups. So if any guys want to send me a cup, let me know and I'll give you my address to send it.
And guys, have you been in a situation where somebody act like they was being real with you, but you knew it wasn't from you feel it? You know it wasn't from a genuine place, because I feel like when somebody say something like she's trying to be funny.
Yeah. You're not trying to be real.
She's trying to front me. She's trying to show out.
Yeah. And have you ever been in a situation where you felt like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have said it like that? Because I know I'm guilty. Raise my hand. I am guilty of calling myself being real when I was misinformed about what being real was, being rude to people. Then I was thinking, like, that's not rude if I'm leaving somebody feeling down and tore down, because I never want to leave somebody where they have to go somewhere and try to rebuild themselves. Because when you're being real with somebody about any situation, the outfit they got on, their behavior, an addiction or anything, you want to do it in a way where they leave and they feel edified and built up, not judged.
Like, dang, she looked out. Like, damn, I appreciate that, because like you said, if somebody left and they feeling torn down, they feeling beat down, they feel like you tried it, they replay, because when I don't know about y'all, but when something happened, I replay it over and over in my head. I get to thinking, now I'm mad, now I don't like you forever, and I can't mess with you no more. But that's why you gotta be careful, because some people won't say nothing right then and there. And sometimes it may not even hit them the way it was gonna hit them, because they're in the process of doing something or whatever it is. But then it's the time when they get home, they get alone, they start to replay that thing back in their head. And they like, you know what? I feel like she wasn't being genuine. I think she trying to do me wrong. Like she tried to play me. And now it's the situation because now I feel like I need to come to you because I got to be real too. I got to be real with me because I got to let you know you did something I didn't like.
So a couple of ways, we didn't put up any pointers that you can know that if you was being real or rude, if you automatically cause a person to get in offense mode, you did not do it in the right way. You were being rude. And then you either at that time when you notice that they offended, if you care, step back and say, well, no, I'm not trying to offend you or hurt you. This is what I mean. And you rephrase it. But if you're just being rude, a rude person gonna be like, whatever, I'm just trying to tell you the truth. You can't take the truth. No, that's not it. It's a way. It's not what you say, it's how you say it to people. You know, so even like, because in our families, like some of our elderly or someone feel like they can say anything to you and they think it's being real. Like you can come like, you don't think I know I gained 30 pounds? And you come to a family you're feeling good or something, they're like, oh girl, you big as hell. Like that is being rude. That is not being real to me. Now you just tore me down. I'm already probably a person probably already built themselves up to even come because they might already having a problem with, you know, their weight, whatever, for whatever reason. And now you didn't tore them down. Or somebody lose weight in our Black community or other community, like, are you on drugs? You got HIV or something? That's not being real. That's being rude to somebody. Because what if this person works hard to get their weight off? Or what if this person's sick but not ready to tell you that I'm going through something right now, and now you call your realness being disrespectful and rude to them? It is so important. The Bible said our tongues is like a two-edged sword.
Right. And sometimes it be the most sensitive people that you know that call themselves being real, and they're the most negative. And the minute you turn that real back around on them, oh baby, they can't take it. They ready to go. I'm cutting you off. I ain't gonna be around. People so fake. But when you did it, it was being real. But when I do it, I'm being fake. Or you gotta cut me off. So people, like, if you can't take it, don't dish it out. That's really.
So y'all comment. At least say hi. The viewers we got. Say hi to us. Tell us what y'all whining with. Tell us how your week go. We miss you guys. I'm sorry we was busy. One night I had to do a sleep study, and the other night before,
and then my baby birthday fell on Friday, and we have all our kids very close together. So when it's like my son's birthday was on the 10th, and then my sister's twin's birthday is on the 11th. So I had to get his birthday party out of the way on the 10th because I didn't know she was going to do something for her twins on the 11th. So I was like, I got to do his birthday. I got to celebrate my baby. He turned 6. So we didn't do on one Friday.
But we still uploaded things that was, you know, edifying. Melissa was doing affirmation things on the YouTube channel. But she didn't share it in the online group.
I got to share that.
You guys need to, if you guys haven't subscribed to the YouTube, yeah, you should, because we do still put up extra stuff. We still just talk on there and things like that. Me, when I do it, I share the both.
I didn't. I'm guilty. Because I had I don't want to turn this into that, but yeah, I got this great book from church. It teach you how to pray. Y'all, wait, I'm gonna show you this book because I fell in love with it. All right, y'all. For my people out there that's like, I don't really know how to pray. I don't really know if I'm praying correctly because I'm not gonna try. I was one of those people like, am I doing it right? How do I know what to pray for? How do I know what I didn't know what I was looking for some of the time? No. They gave us this book. I'm gonna let y'all get into it. The pastor gave us this book.
Pastor Thomas and Pastor Adrian, Faith Grand Rapids. Did you unplug the whole thing?
No, I didn't. Sorry. But this book was a gift for us. And I was just, first I thought it was a Bible, so I was just like, oh, I got a Bible. But then when I read it, and I was like, oh, this teaching me how to pray correctly. Like how to know what to ask for, how to begin to, build your relationship. So that's a dope book.
How to not be rude.
So on the page, guys, on the YouTube page, I've been reading the prayers from this book, teaching you how to do the prayers. If you didn't know, even if you did know, it teaches you a different way to ask. So that's what I've been doing.
It's called Prayers That Availeth Much, and it is by Creeman Copeland.
So it's by Jermaine Copeland. So it's Jermaine Copeland. Prayers That Avail Much.
Jermaine was with a J.
No, you can spell Jermaine with a G too. That's Jermaine Copeland.
We don't have to look that up.
Just like Germany, some people spell it with a G, sometimes spell it with a J.
Yeah, and I think it's fun because me and my kids gonna read it together.
It's a great book, y'all. What she say? The book and send it. Screenshot the book and send it. Okay.
Wait, tell us, is that you, Andre? Who is that?
And I also
it only say Facebook user.
All right, so back to the love. Okay, y'all, back to it because I'm gonna turn into that again. Subscribe to the channel, check out the channel. I read some prayers out of here. I want to read the prayers out of here to show you.
Angel, okay, Angel. That's
it's on the page, it's on the YouTube channel as well. And I will continue to try to read as many of these as I can, record them and post them.
So what I just would like to say, because I know a lot of us, especially the older, you know what made me learn this, guys? I want you guys to know this. So me being a director, the financial director, administration, all the titles that I have in the school. In the school, we get a lot of younger people, a lot of Z. That's what they call
Gen Z.
A lot of Gen Z. So a lot of the Gen Z kids have not been raised under authoritative parenting like a lot of us millenniums and baby boomers was raised under, right? So in the beginning, because it's been 5 years now since we had the school open, in the beginning, when we start having students, the students will be offended the way we talk to them. And to us, it was okay because I could talk to my family members like this. I could talk to my friends like this.
You were being rude.
And I was being rude and not real. And I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? They wasn't accepting the help that I was trying to give them because I was offending them. So they was in protective. So you know, you have to reevaluate yourself. And one day I was talking to a student, y'all, me and my sister, we was in there together talking to a student who is trying to get through because we wanted them to graduate and we wanted them to come to school. And then she say, see, that's what I'm talking about. The slick stuff that y'all say out when y'all talking. And I'm like, what did we say? Like, you know what I'm saying? And now we have videos in the school so we can go back and critique ourselves when we talk. So we went back and critiqued ourselves. And so I was learning, like, it is different from culture to culture, from how I was raised, from a person to person. Even if you was raised in the same house, I can't talk to this sister how I talk to that sister, because they're going to accept it different. And what I want to say, anytime if a person ever says that you offended them or that you hurt them, don't apologize. What's wrong? Like, apologize right away. That is not, and revise what you were trying to say to them so that they can accept it. Because if you say, well, hey, you just can't take the truth, I'm being real, you didn't everything you tried to articulate to them is lost.
And you know what, that brings me to a different like you said, I'm glad you said that, because some people are genuinely trying to help you, but they don't know how to come across to you. They don't know how to reach you. And for them, they are being real because they really want to genuinely help you, although they don't know how to reach you. So everybody who do it or sometimes come off rude, which is a good point, are not always being malicious. Some of them genuinely coming from a place of help, but they just didn't. They was always around people that they can kind of, and that's how everybody talking to talk like that. When I first got with my husband, it was a thing he used to say all the time, and it used to make me so mad. And I got around his family, I noticed his family was saying it too. And then I realized this is just something they say. He was like, oh, when somebody talking or somebody saying something, they'll be like, oh, you just running your mouth. Oh, they running their mouth. And for us,
we gotta comment that.
Let's see.
It says, sometimes that be me because I'm very blunt and to the point. Sometimes being blunt hurts my children feelings, so I have softened when it comes to me talking to them. You know, I promise you, I just after Melissa would have got finished talking, I was going to say, parents, we have to be careful how we talk to our children. because just because we had them don't mean we don't give them the same respect that we give a boss or anybody else we talk to. And each kid is different. One of my kids can take me, talking to them a certain way, and another one crumbles if I talk to them that way. I'm so happy that you comment that, because this also pertains to when we talk to our children. We can't just say what we want in our community, especially how I was raised. They thought that they could say anything they want to their children because they had us. No, a lot of us was tore down and they had to practice or get therapy on how to rebuild ourselves as we became adults for some of the things we said. You guys, I'm still devastated to know that it's people who still call their daughters bitches. I use it on cuss, but I'm devastated when I hear or you allow somebody to degrade your child and call them out. And I don't even allow my children in the house to talk to themselves in every kind of way, because when you go out in the outside world, you're going to have to fight that stuff. In my house, you're going to be edified and built up and ready to go out and fight the world.
And you know what? I used to love that about my auntie too. She used to say signifying, no signifying. And that's what fixes my kids. Let me see. It says, yes, my parents did bring down my self-esteem. I don't think that they meant to, but they did, and I don't want to do that to my children.
Yeah. Absolutely. And the thing was, our parents felt like it was okay because my parent did it and I survived. Oh, it happened to me and I survived, but it's not okay. If you didn't like it, why would you want to bring somebody else through it?
And that's why you always should put yourself in somebody else's shoes.
Yeah.
In any situation.
Absolutely. Y'all, I'm always open for change. I'm always open for critique. I mean, sometimes critique hurts. If you come to me and say, oh, you know what I said, I'm gonna be like, well, I'm so, my pastor, y'all, because y'all know, I hope it start back again before COVID. I used to go on these women retreats with the church. And one time my pastor, Pastor Adrian, because I got Pastor Tom, they're married, Pastor Adrian, a woman pastor, she had said, sometimes, even if you're not the person who hurt the person, they just want to hear, I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not too prideful to say I'm sorry. Even if I feel like I didn't hurt you, but you felt like I hurt you, I'm sorry, because that was not my intention. If you can't say that, then you have some deeper issues to deal with. Because how can I tell a person how they you know what I'm saying, how I related something to them? You know how I can't even say the word. How is it? When somebody, you trying to relate a message to somebody and they get it. I don't know, but
now I guess you made me overthink. I'm an overthinker. So when you went in, I'm like, wait, what?
Because I'm trying to tell you a message and how they receive. Yeah. I'm just gonna say how they receive the message. Yeah. I can't tell a person how they receive the message. I know I'm a tough cookie, y'all. I'm from rough environments. I'm tougher than most. I can make it through things most people can't. And me being at the school made me realize that the kids, y'all, the Gen Z, am I saying it right? Yeah. Kids are not built like us, y'all. So y'all, we can't be talking to them any kind of way, tearing them down.
They're the strongest, most emotional, most sensitive group of people. And it's funny because they have changed, like first millennials changed a lot of things, but Gen Z.
One thing I like about Gen Z, because they are the ones who, I'm gonna tell you how I feel.
Yeah.
I'm not dealing with you disrespecting me. I'm not dealing with you doing this, but they still so fragile.
Yeah.
So even though we was tough, we never spoke up for ourselves. But Gen Z, they speak up for themselves, and people call it disrespect. It's not disrespectful if your kid tell you that you disrespect.
Right. And you know what? And I think it's starting to be a turn though, because now the millennials are kind of in that position where the boomers were, because the boomers are starting to retire and things like that. And now the millennials are kind of like Gen X up there too. Boomers, Gen X, millennials, Gen Z.
Because I feel like that I should have been a Gen X.
But you are not, ma'am.
No, they made a mistake.
She went old school since she was born.
Exactly. 82 should have definitely made it to Gen X.
No,
yeah, it should have. It should have.
I hate to tell you, ma'am. Welcome to the millennials.
Run by millennials.
So y'all. See, I'm in a younger part of the millennials.
Old school personality, everything.
But I feel like, I mean,
Girl, you was born almost in the 90s. Stop playing.
That's the way almost doesn't count.
Let me read this one. It says, and believe it or not, we was walking shell. What it said, and believe it or not, we were walking shell. It did bother us, and it did hurt us and damage us. Absolutely, it damaged us. The way, and I don't want to offend none of my aunties or anything like that, and I love y'all, but it's time for y'all to be able to let us be able to talk. It's nothing wrong with people expressing themselves. That's how a lot of kids got damaged and mistreated, molested and stuff from taking their voice away. Don't take your kids' voice away. I was damaged in wide away that my family felt like they can talk to you. You know what I'm saying? Things they can say, and they felt like it was okay because I'm the adult, I'm the elder to this day. Elders feel like they can say what they want to get away with. But the new kids, like me, an elder can still say something smart to me and I'm gonna let it ride. But my daughter might not let it ride.
I ain't letting it ride. The lower millennials, Gen Z, we're not letting it ride. Sis, you respect me, I respect you. We are both adults. We can work through this together.
So, we just really want to talk about that because being conscious of, is this being real or is it being rude? If you offended somebody, you most likely are being rude to them. And if you feel like, if you know right away, you can correct it. If you really genuine on trying to help this person and trying to, articulate a message to them for change. But if you just trying to be rude, you're not gonna catch.
Because me, like Maria and I, me and her, we have our conversations, we hash them out, we work through them. So one time I was telling something because I would catch something that Marie didn't catch. And then she's like, well, why you keep calling it out? And I said, well, what I'm trying to get you to see is they're not going to tell you, but they're offended. So I want to give you the opportunity to correct it in this moment because that person is not. They're going to go home. They're going to think about it. They're going to be mad at you. And then you're going to be mad because why they ain't handle it right then and there. So me knowing you, in the sense, I'm like, oh, I caught that. She mad. She's still mad. She mad about what you said. And then Maria was like, wait, what? I'm like, yep. And then she fixed it. I'm like, see, you got an opportunity to fix it. But we had to hash it out because she was like, well, why you calling it out? And she thought it was me, putting her out, why you adding in stuff that ain't there? I'm like, but I felt it. I seen it. I'm like, I felt it. I seen that. I caught the change in the room or the change in that person. And every time I called it out, it was that. And I'm like, look. And then when I told her what I was doing, she's like, oh, okay, got it. I'm like, because as you talk, I'm watching the room, I'm watching the people, I'm getting a feel for it. So having somebody in your circle, because I'm observative. I'm like, I feel people, I feel them out. I can tell when their mood has changed, when something has offended them.
I can.
You can.
They can too. If you alert y'all while ending, while ending this, you can tell if a person moves, you can see their whole.
Because I'm a person, I'm going to change the whole atmosphere. The minute I'm offended, the minute I'm upset,
not just you will anybody, even if they don't say nothing, you can see that they have been hurt. They have been hurt. Let me tell you, in the esthetician class, we were doing facials and we was doing extractions. We had a girl who had a lot of acne, and even though it was a student, it was a learning experience for her. And they was doing extractions, and one of her bumps squirted big, and it squirted on the girl, and the girl said, "Ugh, oh my God, that squirted all over me! Oh my God!" and ran out the classroom. But the girl on the table was so crushed.
Oh my God!
It just took the energy out. And the girl who did it, when she came back, she had already realized when she went to clean herself that what she did was unprofessional. What she did hurt somebody. She didn't have to act like that. But I wasn't mad at her. She was young. Yeah. She was learning, But it was a learning experience for her because she just kept coming to us and saying, I hurt her. I feel so bad, y'all. I hurt her. And we was like, it's okay. It was your first time. You were a student. This is the time to learn as a student what not to do and what to do. Because if you have a client that happened, even if you scream that in your head,
that's why I know, sir, every field ain't for me. One day I'll go, but
you how on a shield and things like that. So it was just a learning experience that she learned and that we have to learn. We have to be able to read the room, read the person. So you guys, I just would like to say to some of us millennials, us baby boomers, that it is not okay. Gen X, baby boomers, early millennials, and stuff like that. I know we was raised around people who said what they wanted and felt like it was real when they wanted to. It's not okay. It's not okay to hurt people, to lead them where their feelings are hurt. Because some people act like they not hurt and they'll keep on partying with you, but they'll go home and think about that and never talk to you again. And you're like, what I do to this person? They don't call me no more. You hurt them. We have to be mindful of the things we say to somebody. If you really want to help somebody and bring something to their attention, whether it's addiction or something they're doing, you need to pull them to the side, and it needs to be done in love. And you need to make sure that you're in a proper mind frame to do it, because being real and being rude is different. And in our community, they thought being rude was being real, and it's not. Being real consists of having empathy for that person's situation that you're trying to help.
I can't stress this enough. Please don't ever do realness or helpfulness under the courage of alcohol. Because some people get alcohol courage and now they want to tell you everything they ever felt about you. Maybe nothing.
I already had my courage, but if I get buzzed around you and you need a little bit of coaching, and you need some love, I'm gonna give it to you.
But as long as you want to give it to me sour, then you can give it to me when you a little buzz too. But if you can only give it to me a little buzz, you might want to rethink it.
Oh my God, I would have been like her having somebody else going on me, Lord have mercy. Yeah, but you know what? It's a way to react. Like I went to an event recently, you guys. I'm on purpose trying to be a better person. Yeah. So I'm always conscious now. I was at an event, recruiting women for this to do coaching for 50 and over and stuff. And I was talking to this lady, and when she talked to me, y'all, when she spit and sprayed my whole face. And I promise to God, y'all, the whole time I sat there, and I just kept thinking about, I just need to go to the bathroom, wash my face. And I thought, thank God it wasn't my sister Sensoray talking to the woman, because that woman right there, she would have caused a scene in a room full of about 50 women.
Baby, I don't let my whole face would have dropped, because it was
So what I literally did, finish the conversation up, and then I walked to the bathroom and clean myself and and sanitize myself. But because it wasn't on purpose, you know what I'm saying? But no, because I could have crushed her to a point of not wanting. These were women,
especially in the environment you was and what you was trying to do.
These are women who encourage themselves to come out, expose themselves, to share the things they've been going through after a certain age. If I would have reacted in a negative way to something like that, I could have shut her down. I could have shut a lot of women down in their home. Oh, wow. I'm for beauty. I'm for edification. My coaching business is oikudume, in Greek for edify. So I purposely am conscious of how I react.
So guys, we want to say, be conscious for you. Be conscious of, read the room. In any situation, read the room. You can be real without being rude. You come from a place of love, come from a place of help if you're going to be real. If it's something that needs to be addressed,
even if it's with a sibling, you got to find it, because people think that we should treat family different. No, you treat family just like you'll treat a friend or an outside person who come up to you who's asking for help or encouragement,
Right. So thank you guys so much for joining us for Unwind Friday. If you have a topic you want to discuss or something that's going on, drop it in the comments, inbox myself or Marie or in our group. If you're not a part of the group and you would like to join the group, please let us know. Please like, subscribe. Thank you guys for commenting tonight. And we will see you next week.
Yes.